Last year, when Arcade1Up was bought by Basic Fun, I thought for sure the brand was going to just eventually fade away and be lost to time, but luckily that seems to not be the case. Slowly through this year, we've seen them building themselves back up from the bottom, with the releases of WrestleFest and more recently, the joint Joust and Rampage cabinet. But it was at San Diego Comic-Con where you could say that this resurrection was finally complete, as they showed off 4 new cabinets that they're about to release later this year, with one more coming by the end of it. And that's what we're going to do today. I want to go over each of the 4 Supreme cabinets that Arcade1Up had on display at Comic-Con and say what I think is good and not so good about them. And what better cabinet to start this video off with than one that took everybody by surprise? A brand new Pac-Man! I get it. They've done Pac-Man a million times. Anybody surprised that they were going to give us another one has not been paying attention over the last however many years they've been around. Look, I'm not going to pretend that I'm excited about yet another Pac-Man cabinet getting released, but at least they addressed why they're making this one. Take a look at that screen. It's a lot more vertical now as opposed to a diagonal, which is how they used to be on the original cabinets and even Arcade1Up's own deluxe release. Apparently some people who really wanted a Pac-Man cabinet were concerned that people around them wanting to watch them play the game would not be able to see the screen if it was laid back like they usually are. So, in order to accommodate those people who wanted their audiences to be able to actually see the game that's being played, they just adjusted the screen position. But of course, some of the people who think that these cabinets should only look like their original designs and not be altered in any real massive way are upset about it because it's not like the original. Well, sometimes originality is not as important as practicality. If people want to have an easier way of showing off their game, then why not give people that option? I'm always going to support giving people more choices in how they want to experience their video games. I mean, that's kind of the whole reason the controversy over Sony ending physical game discs blew up like it did. And hey, look at it like this. They're not gonna stop making Pac-Man cabinets. If you really want that supreme version of the deluxe cabinet, just be a little bit more patient. You know it's gonna happen. Next up, let's talk about the Outrun cabinet, because I've never played that game. Having said that though, for some reason that I can't explain, I just really like the look of this cabinet. I don't know what it is about this cabinet, but I just love the look of it. Even though I've never played any of these games on here, there's just something about this design that makes me want to add it to my own arcade. That's all I've really got to say about this one, is just that I like the way it looks. They're also releasing a deluxe edition of this game, so if the Supreme is too big for you, you can go for that one instead. Now, Outrun was one of 2 cabinets they officially revealed at this event. The other one was quite a surprise to me because I didn't think they could make this cabinet anymore. Street Fighter 2. Now, as most of you are probably aware, Iconic Arcade just recently released their own Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Alpha cabinets not that long ago. So it's kind of wild to me that at the same time that Iconic Arcade has their Street Fighter cabinet, Arcade1Up is releasing their own. And yes, there is some overlap between the two as far as games goes, but there are also some major differences too, so it's not exactly the same product. Once again though, you'll see that Arcade1Up has made some changes to the cab's design, more specifically in the side art. Now, most of the Arcade1Up Street Fighter cabinets just had the logo for the Champions Edition of Street Fighter 2 on the side. But with this new cabinet, you can see various character designs from the roster on both sides of the machine. It's really nice to be able to see all of the cool character designs before you have these characters beat the crap out of each other. So kind of like the Pac-Man situation, it may not be like the original was, but I think it's a pretty nice change. And if you like playing your Arcade1Up cabinets online, this new Street Fighter cabinet will be backwards compatible with all of the older ones. So if somebody in your friend group wants to upgrade to the new machine and nobody else does, you can still all play against each other. Now let's get to the cabinet that I'm the most interested in, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, first things first, they had not finalized the actual art direction for this cabinet when they first showed it off earlier this year, but the final version of the Supreme cabinet actually looks really nice in my opinion. But they're also releasing a deluxe edition of the Sonic cabinet, and the side art there looks more like a tribute to the Genesis box art from the original console release. I gotta admit, I actually really like the design for this one too. It's honestly a little hard for me to pick which one I like better. Unfortunately, there is one thing about this cabinet that is kind of a letdown for me, and it's that the games list from the original demo that had Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and Sonic 3D Blast did not change at all for the final iteration. A lot of people, including myself, felt that this games list was kind of lacking and it needed a little more to really get people to be excited for it. And we had a little bit of hope when the sales rep at the time from the previous event said that the games list was not set in stone and that things could change. Unfortunately, they just didn't. But despite that, Sonic 1 and 2 are pretty iconic games, and I'm actually glad that Arcade1Up thought outside the box a little bit by making a Sonic the Hedgehog cabinet in the first place. I say do more stuff like this. Doesn't matter whether it came from the arcades or from consoles, as long as it's fun and the cabinet looks cool, that's all I care about. Plus, it'll take no time at all for somebody to figure out how to mod these things and add every single Sonic the Hedgehog game that's ever been created to them. Mark my words, somebody's going to be playing Sonic R on one of these things by the end of the year. Trust me. And there you go, those are the 4 big Supreme cabinets that Arcade1Up had on display at San Diego Comic-Con. Are you interested in any of these products, or are you going to wait till next year to see what they've got that's new? Before I forget, they did announce that they're doing another Mortal Kombat, but they didn't have anything to show for that one just yet. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Arcade1Up cabinet is, which ones you would like to see brought back that haven't been brought back yet, and which ones you would like to see that they haven't done before. Thanks for watching this video, I really appreciate it. If you want to support my channel, then be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now I'm going to ask a question that's been lingering in the back of the minds of every member of the home arcade community for a while. Why'd Hello Kitty go bye-bye?